Catalina here from LoanSense. Some news time. I wanted to first and foremost start out with this latest and very recent update about Congress boosting access to loan forgiveness programs for healthcare and frontline workers. So I know we have quite a few healthcare workers who come to LoanSense as well as get assistance through LoanSense just because of our referral network, some amazing partners we have. But also, you know, being a healthcare worker is a pretty large population of the workforce, right? So I just wanted to make sure to talk about this. There's some other news I want to share. I'm moving my screen over a little. So Congresswoman Carolyn Maloney proposed through introducing a bill called the Student Loan Forgiveness for Frontline Healthcare Workers Act. And this bill establishes basically additional federal and private student loan forgiveness programs for loans that were used to receive medical and professional training. So what's really interesting is it includes private loans. Most student loan forgiveness programs are only federal programs. So that means that if you took out federal and private debt, it appears that it would be covered. And of course, it's not just for doctors. It includes nurses and other similar programs to cover the cost. And especially they want to do this in light of how much we really have our frontline workers to thank us through this crisis, right? So I'm going to detail a little more here. It really, it basically it includes nurses, doctors, medical researchers, lab workers, other healthcare professionals who are responding to the pandemic, professionals who move their normal expertise to support what was required during the pandemic. So I'm sure the legislation will have much more clear parameters of who that includes. It's just not included in this news article right here. It's in the introductory phases, which means it has not passed yet. But it's still really exciting that it's being introduced, especially since it includes private loans as well, because I know a lot of times people take out public and private debt, especially if they start to take out large amounts of student loans to help them get through not just tuition expenses, but living costs and other expenses of getting an education, right? So it's in the introductory phase. We will keep you informed as we learn more, okay? There are other articles here that I wanted to just mention. I just wanted to remind us, we are in 90 days, within the 90-day window of our student loans being kicked into repayment. This is really, really huge because there's a survey that was released. I don't know if this is the article, but there was a survey that was released that basically, it's not this one. Oh yeah, it is this one. That says that the majority of us believe that we're likely to get loan forgiveness in lieu of having to start in May, as in people believe payments will be extended or there'll be some form of forgiveness, even if it's not complete forgiveness, there'll be some form of relief. And we're just, as Americans, in denial that we're actually going to have to start paying back this student loan. So I say that we must, there's nothing so far, as a person who reads student loan news every single day, basically, there's nothing that indicates that the pause will be continued. And there's also no indication at this point by Congress, even with the news I shared last week with 80 congressional members urging Biden to forgive some form of loan of student loans, there is actually no movement or any indication that that is actually going to be done. So I wanted to share this news because I don't want people to be under this impression. And by the way, this data was collected from a sample of over 5,000 people, okay? People paying student loans. And here are the exact percentages. But basically, just 29% of respondents rank student loans resuming in the spring as the most probable outcome. So the majority do not believe it's going to resume, and they're expecting some form of cancellation. So I just want to reiterate again that if you have student loans and you are currently not paying them because you have a federal direct loan or something that has been paused, by the way, I also have federal direct loans that will resume do not plan on using what you need for that monthly payment on other things when it comes to May, because if you plan on using that for other things, you may be paying your student loans late. And this article also projects that 50% of people, I think it's this article, but I read 50% of people are likely, maybe it's not this article, but I read a lot of news about this. 50% of people believe, they believe 50% of people will be late or become delinquent. We do not want that to be you. If you cannot pay your student loan when May hits, for whatever reason that is not, I just don't want to pay, but it's more of a financial reason, then let us help you think about what strategy to take to possibly reduce that payment, right? I would say don't believe, just don't remain in denial, right? That we're not going to get kicked back in. There's nothing that indicates that loans will be completely forgiven. So our recommendation here at LoanSense is, of course, since we read the news all the time, and we are, really, we try to keep up with everything that's happening in the student loan space, we would recommend that if you have a student loan that is currently in pause, to plan on how you will make your May payment, okay? Understand by when you need to make your May payment, and to enroll in auto debit when May comes, because your servicer has taken you out of auto debit. So make sure to put yourself back into auto debit so you don't make late payments when it comes to May. But if you have an issue making that payment, we're here to help. We will keep you informed if this new student loan forgiveness for frontline workers ends up getting passed. We will definitely keep you updated. But in the meantime, please do not believe that we will get another extension or that we will get complete forgiveness, because there's nothing that has indicated from a political point of view at this point in time that President Biden will be using executive action to do this. And there has not been the political will on both sides of the aisle to push this as a legislative matter in their agenda. This is why I think Carolyn Maloney is trying to push forgiveness for frontline workers at a legislative level, because I do think targeted forgiveness and programs like that is something that can gain more wider scale approval from both sides of the aisles, right? So if you're just a regular student loan borrower, it doesn't look like there is the political will to do anything. If that changes, of course, we'll update you. We are 100% here on your side, ready to assist. I don't know if you know that we rolled out workshop style sessions for student loan borrowers to cover topics such as I want to buy a house, or I just need to lower my payment, or I'm a recent grad, I have no idea what to do, to some other topics like just tell me about public service loan forgiveness, like I want to get my student loans forgiven, I'm a public servant. We have different workshop themes and topics that we have not publicly posted on our website yet, but you can schedule within those workshops within our app. So let us know if there's anything you need that we can support you to prepare for May. We're 100% here, ready to answer your questions, and we wish you the best. Don't stress out too much about your debt. We're here to support you throughout the journey. And let us know if you have questions. We love to answer them. Comment, subscribe, and like this video if you found this useful. Thank you.